What is up, YouTube? I'm gonna bring you guys a nice little top 5 mid lane god today. God today? Guide? Guide? There we go. Whatever. Gonna go over the top 5 gods for mid lane Smite right now. Gonna count down from 5, work the way up to the number 1. A lot of them won't be surprising. It won't be too weird. And hopefully you guys will know what to play when you go into your rank games from now on. So number 5 is going to be Agni. Agni really does excel in ranked more than anything. Works in competitive, solid god, above average. But in ranked, it just seems to stomp because you're able to clear safer. You're able to sit in the back of fights without being dove and being pressured and being focused. So it works out for you in ranking. So Agni is going to be something you're looking at. I don't know that I'm going to go over the top 5 gods each build for the gods. The mage builds are pretty generic. You're going to be looking at, depending on the god, your boots will change. So maybe shoes of focus, maybe shoes of magi. Like on Janus, you're probably going to want cooldown boots. Spoiler, Janus going to be top 5. After that, it's going to depend. You might pick up lifesteal on some gods, or you might just go right into the warlock staff. Warlock staff on some gods. Most of them are going to be picking up penetration. It's going to be Spirit Deso. A lot of the gods, not all of them, but most of the gods you'll be picking up that soul gem, which is not in the game right now. It's kind of awkward. So imagine a soul gem right there, assuming they put it back in the game. And then you're going to be looking at more pen most of the time, especially in competitive play, an ob shard. And your last item is going to depend on the god. Janus, it'll be a Chronos pendant. Some people, it might be the Soul Reaver. Some gods might need to build Soul Reaver early, so it's gonna change depending on the god. Not gonna be too different. So just know that the builds are different for each god. While they're generic in terms of the items aren't that drastically different. Some gods are gonna pick up a different first item. Your pen items are usually the same, and then Soul Reaver is really strong right now, as long as the Soul Gem, which you can't see. Normal shit. So Agni number 5. I don't know what my doggies are doing. Hey, can you stop fighting? Stop it. No. Stop fighting. Stop. No. They're fighting with cones on, so it's super awkward. So Agni number 5. Soul is going to be your number 4 god. She's safe in the mid lane. She's also good in the ADC role. She's got a lot of burst damage. She has a lot of damage in general. She's able to clear. She's able to be safe because of her 3. She has sustain in her kit, so she's strong. Like, just knowing those things, she's strong. As long as you know that the damage numbers are high enough, really strong, right? So Soul is going to be your number 4. And then number 3 is going to be Morgan. Morgan might be higher up, but burst mages are doing very well right now. People are going to struggle transforming because they just don't know who to transform into at different points in the game. Also, the fact that she's super buggy makes it so I don't want to put her like number 2. That's it. She's still very strong. Her clear is really good. She has insane burst in her kit, but it's not the same as like a Janus burst or a soul burst where it's safe burst. She's also not quite as safe in general because you don't have an instant mobility. You don't have an immunity. You've got this invis, which can be used great, and it's going to work out way stronger in your rank games than in competitive play, but it will work in both competitive play as well. You'll see her a lot. So that's number 3. Number 2 on the list is going to be Janus. I mentioned Janus is going to be in the top gods. Extremely high burst, super safe, high mobility, can move your team across the map. The build right now that I've been fucking around with and a lot of people have been messing with would be your cooldown boots, your Soul Reaver, your Spear of Desolation for the CDR and the pen, your Soul Gem, and then more pen and a Chronos pendant. Build works drastically. Does amazing things for Janus. It's so much fun. Even in the jungle, it's so much fun. And then number 1 on the list is going to be Thoth. I said this is going to be a quick list. It's going to be straightforward. Thoth is banned almost every game. Extremely long range, high damage, capable burst, capable poke. Has everything you could possibly need in a kit. Has setup with a stun. Has a one-shot ultimate. Does so much and even provides objective killing with the wall for your team. So you've got secure on the objectives. You've got extra damage on the objectives. Thoth does everything. Super annoying god. Numbers are high. Does lots of damage in general. The poke is probably the most annoying thing to me as a jungler. There are gods that counter Thoth, of course. But when Thoth is positioned properly and you're using your dash correctly and you're setting up your team, especially aggressive Thoths, just take over matches so quick. That's why you're seeing Thoth banned 99.9% of the time. So that's going to be our top 5 mages guide. I will go over a full, more in-depth build guide for all the mages as I did with the junglers, which you guys can go see if you want. And I will see you all in the video later today. Please hit the subscribe button, the like button, and let me know what you guys think of these videos in the comments below.